Welcome back, Wildcats, to this year's very first episode of CDub Today for 2019. I'm your host, Jet Morris.
And I'm Karma Eccles, starting off this year without missing a beat.
Unlike November.
We don't talk about that one.
Yeah. Anyways, our 2019 swim team is hoping to make a splash into the new year and take yet another dub for the CDub squad.
Let's send it down to Cisco to get the latest scoop.
Wait, I think you dropped time.
It's another year for our swim and diving team at the Cy Woods. Let's see what it takes to be a Wildcat swimmer.
Swimming is honestly such a great atmosphere. Practices can be hard, they can be tough to get through, but my friends and everyone who's on the swim team really helps make it a lot more enjoyable and a lot more fun.
Waking up at 5:45. Well, practice starts at 5:45. You have to wake up at like 5, jump in, cold pool, and grind every morning.
Competition day is really nerve-wracking. You get up behind the blocks, you're taking deep breaths, your adrenaline's flowing, but once you get in the water, your training just takes over and you either do good or you don't.
I would describe it as very competitive, especially between friends. You're always racing to beat one another, so it can be extremely competitive at times.
Swimming has taught me so much about myself, mainly that I persevere through a lot of challenges and just working hard. Ever since freshman year, I've wanted to be on varsity, and I was finally on varsity this year, and it just proved to me that hard work really can pay off.
It is a stress reliever. It kind of tires you out. It can be stressful at times when you get closer to districts, but the main part, it is a stress reliever, just working you in the pool and tiring you out.
Swimming, honestly, is a really hard and tough sport to get through, but as long as you just work hard and go above the competition, it's really not that hard.
Wishing the team a strong finish to their season. This has been Cisco reporting for CDub Media.
Wow, our swim team is really ready to take a dive into this year's competitions.
Speaking of competitions, Mr. Cy Woods was this month, and man, was it awesome.
Our local Matthew Melanson did a quick story on it. Let's go see what that was all about and who won.
This year's Mr. Cy Woods was the biggest in school history. There were talents out no one has ever seen. This year's contestants entered for many reasons.
The APs were referring to me and my friends to do it and thought it'd be a great idea.
Some did it because they were a legacy.
My brother did it in the past and my mom made me, but it was good. I had a fun time, so it was worth it.
There were 35 contenders. Only one could have won, and the winner was Stone Bash.
I don't remember it. I don't remember winning. All I remember is hearing my name and then just like celebrating with my friends backstage. And it was so interesting. It felt awesome, and I was so grateful that I was able to come to that point where I was able to win. And I was able to put something out there that the audience and the judges really, really enjoyed.
That wraps up another great year of Mr. Cy Woods. This has been Matthew Melanson reporting for CDub Today.
You know, I wanted to get in shape like them for a New Year's resolution, but I already gave up.
Well, no one carries through with their resolutions, so don't feel bad. I didn't even bother making one up this year.
Jacob Dar went and talked to our very own Mr. Porter and got his thoughts on teens and resolutions.
New year, New Year's resolutions. Many teens start off the year with long-term goals, but are they even realistic?
Because a lot of times people set unrealistic goals, okay? Think of the way you thought of the world at the age of 12. Now, would it have been reasonable for you as a 12-year-old to make a 5-year plan, knowing who you're going to be? No, of course not. This high school didn't turn out to be solved through song like Glee or High School Musical. It's a different sort of reality. So to set your expectations 4 or 5 years down the road, a lot of times we become disappointed. We set our goals too high. How do I get through this week? How do I get through this month? Instead of saying, how do I get through high school? I just need to get through the week, because then you can change your goals. A lot of times we set unreasonable goals with a lack of information. And when we set those goals too high, Most people who suffer from depression and anxiety, it's because they set unreasonable goals.
While it's easy to say not to set unrealistic goals, can people really do it with everyone being so connected through Twitter, Instagram, and variety of other social media network?
We compare ourselves to other people instead of ourselves. Oh, they're achieving this on Facebook, they're achieving this on Twitter, and we watch everybody else's greatest hits package, and then we feel bad about ourselves, and I gotta catch up instead of just doing you.
Even though New Year's resolutions seem so appealing to people, do not wait till January 1st to say, time to change.
Whether it's December 31st, March 17th, your goal every day is, can I get the most out of this day? And at the end of the day, you go, okay, what'd I do right, what'd I do wrong? And then the goal is tomorrow can be a better day. The only person you are gonna go on this ride with the whole way through is you. And if you're no good for you, you're no good for anybody. You know, the only person from the cradle to the grave you're promised to be with is you. You just gotta enjoy the ride.
This has been Jacob Dar with CDub Media, signing off.
Man, hopefully I can use this to help me keep my resolution next year.
Before we end our show this month, we wanted to give you a few highlights from Mr. Cy Woods. Check it out. Thanks for tuning in, Wildcats.
Check it out at CWHS_CDub Media on Twitter. Until next month, when love is in the air, I'm Karma Eccles.
And I'm Jet Morris, and this has been another episode of CDub Today. Bye!